Welcome back, everybody. Today's topic, 3.1.2, what if it's reflected more than once? So last time we pretty much saw what a reflection was. Today we're going to be looking at other transformations. So the learning target for today, by the end of this lesson, I will be able to understand the three rigid transformations informally, and we'll learn the connections between them. So when we talk about rigid transformations, right? Rigid transformations, we're talking about pretty much something that will not change it. So it's doing something to an object and it will not change its size. All right. It's only going to change its position in space. So we have three different type of rigid transformations. We already talked about one, which is reflection. We also talked about, well, after reflection, the ones we're going to be exploring today is going to be rotation. And then finally, the last one we're going to be exploring is going to be translation, right? Maybe in a different order. So after this, pretty much what we're going to be doing, let's go to first question. So 314, what happens when triangle ABC is reflected across line N? This is line N right here. This is triangle ABC to form triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. So whenever you guys see that little mark right there on a letter, we say prime. All right. So this is A prime, B prime, and C prime. All right. Okay. And then pretty much it says, and then we're going to reflect triangle A prime, B prime, C prime is reflected across line P. So we're going to do that one more time. We're going to reflect the same. Now the reflected triangle, we're going to do it one more time, and it's going to end up somewhere in this area. And that one's going to be double prime. So when you guys see two of those, we call it just double prime. All right. So that's a double reflection, right? So again, first visualize the reflections, then test your idea by drawing both reflections. Finally, answer the rest of the questions. So here I'm going to give you guys pretty much an activity, which is going to be in the link. So once you guys go ahead and click the link, you're going to get to this page. So what we're doing here is that first, again, we want to find triangle ABC. That was part A, shown line N below. What happens when triangle is BC reflected line cross N to triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. So one of the things that we learned about reflections is that all points are exactly the same distance to the line of reflection, right? So this is our other triangle that we're going to have to transform. So let's do that one first. So if you guys notice here, A is 8 units exactly away, actually 9 units away from the line of reflection. So we're going to put this one, A prime, 9 units away. So I'm here. We're going to do it at the same height. It has to be the same height, right? Because it's straight across. And then 9 units away. All right. And then C, which is farther in the back over here, is 11 units away from the line of reflection. So I'm going to move it all the way back here, 11 units away. And then finally B, which is right here. I can move that one. That one's 3 units away from the line of reflection. So we're going to move it right there. 3 units. And that's pretty much our reflected image. All right, now we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to do it with the other one. So let me drag this one over here so we can start using it. So again, focus on the points, right? So that's how you guys want to transform stuff. Focus on the points. So this one, now P is my new line of reflection to make the second reflection, right? So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units away from the line of reflection. So I'm going to put A prime 5 units away from the line of reflection at the same height. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I see C prime down here. This one is 3 units away from the new line of reflection. So C prime goes 3 units away, same thing, from the line of reflection, right? There we go. So 1, 2, 3. And then finally, B is So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 units away from the line of reflection. So I'm going to put that 11 units away, which would be right there. Oop, I think that was one too many. Yes or no? So it's 3. Yeah, one too many. 25. There we go. So again, now we can start answering question B now that we have our 3, right? And it says, examine the results from part A. Compare the original triangle ABC with the final result, triangle A double prime, B double prime, C double prime. What single motion could have changed triangle ABC to triangle A double prime, B double prime, C double prime? So if you guys think about it this way, right? If I were to grab this entire triangle here and then just pretty much drag it, right? Drag it all the way over here, then I would get pretty much the same shape, right? The area is the same. And then B just looks like it moved forward a certain amount of units. So let's say it went from -3 to +25. So that would move the total of 28 units to the right. And then A went from -9 all the way up to 19. So again, that's a total of 28 units to the right. And then C went from -11 to +17. So again, that's another 28 units if you guys count. So what single rigid transformation can we make? In this case, it would be, we call it, right? We would call it a translation. So that's called a translation. So we can make a translation. All right. And then again, just to make sure that we copy things over here. So this is B. And then all right, so that's our reflected image. Actually, C. All right, these are the primes, and then I'm going to draw the last one over here. So that one's going to be here. And that's our double prime. All right. And then again, well, that was a question, right? Examine your results from part A. Has triangle A prime, B prime, C prime been translated from the original triangle ABC? And then A double prime, B double prime, C double prime has been translated from the original triangle ABC. So which one of these two was the translation, right? So if you guys notice here, the ice cream cone pretty much just slides over and that becomes our translation. So here we can say that if you notice from triangle ABC to triangle A prime, B prime, C prime, we have a reflection, right? So that's a reflection. Okay. And then looking at triangle ABC to triangle A double prime, B double prime, C double prime, we have a translation. All right.